All right, let's just jump into it, huh? Grixis Shadow has basically been an established Modern deck for a really long time. This is actually one of the few cards in Modern that just like hasn't really been overrun by decisions in 2019 and 2020 Magic. Yeah, I added an 18th Lands of Paris. I felt if I was adding a land, it should probably be a land that cantrips, just so if we draw the extra land, then it's nonsense. We could cycle it out. I think especially with access to the psycho lands like this, not playing an 18th land is kind of silly. So the cards from 2019, 2020 that we have in the deck are one Fiery Isle and then a Royal Scions here in the main deck. And then we've got a Plague Engineer in the sideboard here as a Miser. The core of this deck, for those that are new or haven't seen Modern before, is Death Shadow here. So it gets -X, where X is your life total. So costs 1 and is 13/13, but you can't put it into play until your life total is at 12 or less. And we utilize Modern's Fetch and Shock lands, as well as cards like Street Wraith and Thoughtseize to hammer our own life total down, so we can play Death Shadow as early as turn 2 in some instances. And then we also have Gurmag Angler as another threat and Snapcaster Mage for utility and occasionally attacking a little bit. And then we've got both Temur Battle Rage and Royal Scions here at the top end of our curve that kind of let us have a pseudo combo finish in the deck. So Battle Rage, when your life total is really low with Death Shadow, can let you punch her up to 20 in a single turn. This deck can technically, I believe a nut draw technically kills on the third turn of the game, but usually like turns 4, 5, 6 is when you're ending games a lot of the time. And then in addition to Thoughtseize's Disruption, we also have things like Stubborn Denial, Fatal Push, and Dismember. So this is a deck that's got a good proactive game plan where it can ignore the opponent and run them down, but it also can protect its threats or disrupt what the opponent has going on. So we played this deck a few times in the past. I think it's super reasonable. Let's go ahead and pop on into a Modern League here with this one and see how it goes. Thanks for the support, Doolittle. Welcome back. I don't know. Despite Wizards' best efforts, I think the historic changes that they made are going to be fine. It'll be tedious getting jumpstart cards and annoying, but I'll have access to them here on this stream at least. It sucks for people at home that are less whales than I am. Like it's really frustrating that like they're basically forcing people to play limited, but it is what it is. So, easy mulligan on the first hand, into another easy mulligan here, going to 5 to start the day. Yeah, this hand's fine. I'm going to bottom a Stubborn Denial and a Royal Scions here. Got some Disruption. Got a Watery Grave. I'm going to play like a Bauble and make us curl up and want to cry. Amulet. Lead on Inquisition here, so that way we can grab an Amulet if we want, and then this can grab a Titan later. Okay, well, the Thoughtseize isn't looking particularly good. So, opponent's deck is a ramp deck centered around these bounce lands here. They utilize it with things like Sakura Tribe Scout here to be able to get a lot of mana very quickly. Now the question is, do I Thoughtseize? I think the answer is yes, just because it hurts me. On the off chance they drew a spell, we can take it. Nope, no spell here. They have Bojuka Bog here with maybe because they have Bojuka Bog with the Tribe Scout, I'm supposed to just flash and Snapcaster Mage this turn. Since I'm not going to be able to snap out of my bin anyways. Yep, there's Summoner's Pact. And yeah, maybe I'm supposed to wait till after they do this, play the other discard spell out. I think I should have played Snapcaster this turn. gonna bog me now, so that way I can't draw Gurmag Angler. Smart. Yep. And I'm dead at this point, right? Because of my sequencing. But I held on to the Thoughtseize. We'd have been better off there, obviously, but I didn't, so we're not. Do we bring in Abrades and Kolaghan's commands in this matchup? Do I want... I guess these kill... They're cheap idiots, and they kill... And they kill Amulet, which is nice. Leaving, like, a Fatal Push. Or maybe a Dismember, because Dismember helps me get onto the board sooner, and it can, like, fog a Titan a little bit, technically. We could have pacted their Titan. No, they had a Sakura Tribe Scout in play. So, like, if I soft stub their pact, they just put another land into play and cast Titan anyways. This hand just really doesn't do anything. It's got some cantrips, but doesn't have any pressure in it. This hand does no lands. This hand is really bad. I guess we're keeping and, like, hoping to draw a land with the cantrip. I, like, kind of need a threat too, though. I can soft stub an Amulet on one, which is nice. Yeah, their Twitch, the Runeterra Twitch Rivals was off to a little bit of a rough start when I watched it. They were having some technical issues, and then they had some technical issues, and then they, like, had the wrong person's hand at the top of the screen. It was something. Need to take some time tonight and get my scene set up for, see if they have an untapped land here. Oh, I know they have an untapped land with Breeding Pool, right? What was I going to say? Need to make sure I have stuff set up for time-shifted matches to work this weekend. Almost at a point where we can cast Shadow. Take the thing that finds the Titan. Can you not have preset scenes? Yeah, that's what I need to set up, AGH, is set up scenes that work for the time-shifted matches. Because the way the scenes need to be set up for time-shifted matches is different than the way scenes need to be set up for non-time-shifted matches. We put an Abrade in the bin for Snapcaster Mage at some point, but they drew a second Amulet, so it doesn't really accomplish anything. So our hand is Breeding Pool, Engineered Explosives at this point. Okay, if they drew a Titan, they could technically cast it this turn, right? Because of the Castle Garenberg. Hopefully they drew a Titan and we get to Disdainful Stroke them. Drew Larry West, sure. It's like a roundabout Titan. Just Explosives is their last card now. Yeah, this makes 2 mana when it comes into play, Silly Cheese, because there's 2 Amulets of Vigor. So when they put this into play, it made 2, 3, 4, and then this would be 5, 6. Stroking the Titan is the name of my sex tape. God bless. Alright. Some part where they packed for Obstinate Baloth and make us put it into play. Wait, did they just cast that and then fail to find? Alright, I mean, we take those. Are we gonna, like, they put this Engineered Explosives on 1? Are we, like, trading this Explosives and your 2 Amulets and your 2 Tribe Scouts for my Death Shadow? Is that the game plan here? That's the plan we're going with, Chief? You know, was I supposed to end step Snapcaster Mage there? It probably was. Yeah, I think we're gonna, if they don't give us something worth stroking here, we're gonna end step the Snapcaster. Actually, am I supposed to do that? They're probably going to chump the Snapcaster if I do that, right? So let's not. I mean, is Baloth the card they really play? I could see Baloth not being a playable card. I think so, Magic Reaper. I don't know the full details on how all of it works because it's a weird, like, cross-game thing. They're not just doing Rune Terror, they're, like, cross-promoting it with League of Legends and TFT. Alright, so we're really hoping to draw a... We're really hoping to draw an untapped blue source for next turn. So that way we can have Snap Stroke up. Although I guess they have to pay for the pact, so we have 2 turns to draw the blue source. There's our 18th land looking good. That land can even start pumping up the Death Shadow here. So I assume they're going to bounce their cycle land here. That's why they fetched it. Yeah, I think Thought Snap Scour here is definitely the play. Yeah, I think the cost of the 18th land is pretty low when it's one of these lands, especially like when these lands like randomly let you make your Death Shadow bigger too. The Legacy format. Not really. Okay, and I'm definitely just supposed to hold Snap Stroke here at this point, right? There's no reason to jam Big Fish, I don't think. Another explosive, sure. How do you get the cards for boost for Jumpstart? You have to play limited events, or you have to spend wild cards. Yeah, doing bulk frozen stuff is nice. Well, poop. Old Bay Ray, thanks for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hey, I guess we're tapping out. Yeah, there's a Temur Battle Rage in my graveyard. I'm gonna put 2 fish into play, hold up Stubborn Denial, and then have Snap Battle Rage for next turn. Lightning Bolt, thanks to the quarter of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yep, yeah, Jumpstart releases tomorrow. We'll be back to playing Historic / Magic Arena tomorrow. Planning to do at least 3 Historic decks tomorrow and Friday. And then obviously we'll have the open on Saturday. We played Modern yesterday. We played Modern last week. I think Modern's probably the best Magic Online format at the moment. Set a low bar. Oh, I should have played the Bauble technically, sure. We were just talking and clicking at the same time. It's fine. They're dead, right? The Snap Battle Rage kills them. They have 0 cards in hand. Nope. Nope, no changes. I'm not expecting there to be changes. I'd be interested to see if we have if we end up with reasonable attendance for the event on Saturday. I think we've got like 64 people signed up, so of some number, but I would be kind of surprised if we hit the 200 we've had previously. Hey, Turnpike Bear, thanks for 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Is it just the fee? I mean, based on the data I collected on my subscriber survey, I would assume it's not the fee and more people's general disinterest in Magic. I also think there's a chance we could have a bunch of people sign up the last couple days. I think the fee is discouraging people from signing up right before, but we'll find out. We'll have a better feel. We'll have a better feel Friday. When I pulled based on the fee, there were equal parts people more likely and less likely to sign up based on having a small fee. There's also very significantly people were indifferent. It's also July. People are on midsummer vacations. Well, how do I put this? I feel like people that are big enough assholes and inconsiderate enough to be going on vacation right now, given the current state of the world, probably aren't people that are going to be subscribed to this channel based on how I treat people that are treat others that way. Like, you're right. There's definitely people taking vacations right now still, like nothing's going on because they have no consideration for themselves or others. But we don't really treat them kinds of folks kindly around here, so I don't know. And like I said, we'll see too. Like, people participating at the end of the day, like, isn't really the biggest metric I have for whether or not I consider the open successful. Like, at the end of the day, the goal of producing the opens for me personally is producing content. So like viewer count on Saturday is more of a metric of success than raw number of people playing in the event for me. So we'll see what that looks like too. So the last card is Summoner's Pact here. I'm gonna have a Stubborn Denial ready to go, which is nice. Real big fish. Yep, yeah, in a pretty good spot here with this WD and the Gurmag Angler. Sounds good, Mr. Mark. So we basically have to fade them drawing exactly Titan next turn. And even then with the second Shadow. Oh wait, even if they draw exactly Titan, they don't have the land, right? So should be good to go here. Yeah, we had a pretty great thing. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. So I think we would have won the first game there if I had sequenced my discard spells better. Yep. Yeah, the event is open deckless. And I'll probably be pushing. I'm going to put the command about the open in the stream title. I think this is fine. A little bit land heavy, but I got like two. I guess these could be bricks. What do you think, Zaparis? Should you keep this? I feel like Bauble fetch Street Wraith is like kind of a threat. Like, is this? Keep it at a 6? Alright, we'll try again. Alright, this one I'm keeping. I'm bottoming a Stubborn Denial. YOLO. John Charlie, thanks for the half year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I mean, mid-range and tempo decks are just fun, Marty. They tend to have some of the most decisions. Could be anything, chat. Even a Street Wraith. Alright. One of your finest threats, please. One of your Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, whew, not a Goblin Guide. Oh, I should have Stubborn Denial that. I clicked, chat. I was so excited it wasn't a Goblin Guide. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there we go. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Land. Land. You love to see it. You love to see it, chat. Pitch, Simian Spirit Guide, cast Stoneforge Mystic. Man, really should have Stubborn Denialed this vial, huh? Really should have Stubborn Denialed this vial. Let's do this. Hey, take you free. They're probably a Blood Moon deck, right? Okay, this is the part where we Fatal Push their 2-drop and then kill them. Alright, confirm Poop Bears. Kill you? Yay! We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray! Good old turn 4 kill. Abrade and Kolaghan's command sound great. Is this a Collective Brutality matchup? It's probably not a Stubborn Denial matchup, huh? Two-shotting with Death Shadow is my fetish. Rune Terror decks are in the normal deck queue. You can also find them on my Mobalytics page there. Do I want Brutality or Liliana? I don't know. Probably not this. It's kind of expensive. She kills Dahlia, Wisp, Pia, and Kieran tokens. That's a lot of stuff. She's also just like 3 mana though, which is like a lot of mana. It's probably like better than Royal Scions though, huh? This kills Cat Jesus and Stoneforge though too. I'm going to err on the side of no Liliana on the draw. I'm going to try a Temur Battle Rage too, because they're a little bit fair. I'm bringing in K commands. I don't want too many 3-drops, especially on the draw, I don't think. Let's try this. I think if you're playing good decks, Modern is fine. And I mean, like, and that's like kind of Magic in general. Like I said, I'm taking steps to restructure my stream a bit to take in less bad viewer submissions, because the model that I had used on this stream for many years just doesn't really seem viable in a post-2020 Magic world. Like, a lot of the decks people like to send in, they can't get match wins anymore, right? But like, playing reasonable Magic decks, like there's a reason why people like Crokies still have an incredible number of viewers, right? Like, there's still plenty of good decks to play, and if you play just the good decks, if you like them, you know, you can do fine. Unfortunately, a mulligan with no lands here. Yes, fine. We'll bottom the Battle Rage. Giver of Runes. Notably, Stepmom cannot protect herself, so we don't have to be super aggressive about killing her to start. Take your Stoneforge Mystic. Really hoping to just draw some more lands here. Yes, please hit me with your Giver of Runes. I think I take this because it going wide is not great for us. Mind Sensor with Ghost Quarter isn't stellar for us either, though. Hopefully we draw a land here, so that way we can go... Oh, they're playing that at sorcery speed? Sure. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Really need a land. And we're dead. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think we're dead. I guess I could get really lucky, and this Ghost Quarter could give us a basic swamp. But we only get to look at the top 4 cards of our deck. So good chance we're gonna get Wastelanded off our only land here and die. Auriok Champion. Yep. I mean, Snapcaster Mage technically blocks that, right? Good stuff, good stuff. Does Auriok Champion make me want these? I think so. It's Plague Engineer consideration. I think that's too many 3-mana spells. Because you have to remember, like, Snapcaster Mage is basically a 3-mana spell. So, like, I'm already on 5 3-drops. Sounds good, Squid Squad. Thank you for the very generous tier 2. I appreciate the 22 months at that. Welcome back. I think I mulligan this. Having a basic in my opener really sucks against the Path to Exile deck, and the rest of the hand just isn't particularly stellar. Maybe I'm supposed to mull this too. And had a lot of mulligans so far today. A lot of one and no lander so far. I'm gonna go ahead and bauble them right now. So that way if we draw a Stubborn Denial, we can soft stub a Vial here. Killing Auriok's a good thought. That's probably worth consideration. Fetch land. Alright, I would like to get rid of your Thalia. Thanks. What'd we draw? Sure. Fetch land. Let's do this now. Before they can draw a Ghost Quarter on us or a Field of Ruin. Hopefully just brick on a land here. We're 1 card off of Gurmag Angler happening, which is kind of funny. Alright, I got 2 Master Chefs in hand. If we draw a Black Source next turn, we can play Fish and Death Shadow. Hey, Raymoondros, thanks for the 1.5 years. Yeah, we're not doing as much consistent Moto content, but usually 1 a week at least. Really need a red source to deal with this. Come eat pizza. Tomorrow's Jumpstart Day. Thanks for the 21 months. Jumpstart Day indeed. Oh, Thoughtseize isn't a red source, but it'll do in a pinch. Oh, I guess we're taking that. I guess we're taking that. Yeah, we'll see if elves can be good. I'm kind of expecting elves to be too slow. A lot of like the sweet kind of tribal decks that go wide a little bit on that could be potential in Historic are largely invalidated by the fact that Ugin's a Magic card in the format now. There's definitely a pretty big damper there, I feel. Ramp is going to have Explorer to play with, as well as Thragtusk. So, like, it's a little scary. Feels like we're going to die to this Giver of Runes here. So, like, I have to fetch Shock down to 4 here to kill the Batterskull. Like, they can just keep giving protection from black to poke me. And, like, I can flash in a Snapcaster Mage to block it for 1 turn, but then they give something else protection from black the following turn. Yeah, like, there's a good chance that, like, the kind of Bant control decks that are super dominant and that are not super dominant, Reclamation's the best thing in Standard, but are playable in Standard will be very playable and good in Historic. Like, I expect them to play like. Yeah, we're just dead. Just missed our land drop for too long. Expect them to play like 28, 29 lands, 8 Explorers, 3 mana Teferi, Shatter, Thragtusk. Like, Thragtusk is so good with 3 mana Teferi, it's kind of stupid. You get to bounce your own Thragtusk, make a beast, then replay your Thragtusk. No, I'm not planning to waste a bunch of time entering drafts and dropping. We'll just use wild cards. I think I have like a dozen mythic wild cards and an arbitrary amount of rares, so hopefully there aren't that many mythics I need to craft. Yorian Thragtusk. It's technically gonna be a thing. Alright. Let's see, this is a good pickup. Mortal Young Pyromancer be an historic. I mean, it's probably better than the bad tribal cards people want to be good. To set an incredibly low bar. Well, definitely that one. I guess I have a hard time getting through the mana leak here, is the issue. Need to draw another discard spell. The problem is that if I leave them with the Teferi and they don't play it out as a 3 mana play, they just get to play it the following turn. We're probably fetching tapped lands at this point, down to 7. Yeah, Agra has a little sad we didn't get. Are there any multicolored cards in Jumpstart? They could have given us Selfless Spirit, but I don't think there's any multicolored cards in the set, right? If I recall correctly. All the packs are single color. Yeah, that's what I thought. If I take Mana Leak and then stub their counter spell, they just like untap, draw a 5th land, and destroy me with Teferi. I think I'm supposed to take the Teferi and then hope to try and just draw dead the Mana Leak at this point with the number of lands that I have. Nah, I think just like crossing our fingers and hoping that Teferi doesn't happen is pretty bad. Yeah, the snap peak is pretty good here since we did so much damage to ourselves. I need to draw a Fatal Push and not die to Snapcaster Mage now. Liliana's fine. K-Command's fine. Dispute's good. Maybe Stroke is good. You want to leave a couple of Fatal Pushes in against blue-white because you want ways to kill Celestial Colonnade. Temur Battle Rage is pretty mediocre. Can bring in a Stroke. I don't think I want Collective Brutality because some of their better cards are Planeswalkers now. And this only hitting things like Cryptic Command and costing 2 mana means it's just not good enough. Seems fine. Need some lands. And it's fine. No threats, but gets to be annoying. Hopefully finds a threat. Definitely not worth going down to 5 over. Bottom land here. You'll note I put the Polluted Delta back into my deck because Polluted Delta is a better fetch than Bloodstained Mire because Delta can fetch both my basics. I know I'm fetching a Shockland on one, so I'd rather have an extra fetch that fetches basics in my deck. They don't play Colonnade anymore. In general, I would remind you that you probably shouldn't make assumptions about what your opponent is or isn't playing, especially in tier 2 and tier 3 decks like blue-white control. It's going to be a lot of variation in what people choose to register. A lot of people playing different things in a format like Modern are playing decks and cards that they just really like playing. More so than playing things that are optimal. People that are looking to be optimal in Modern aren't playing blue-white control. They're registering like Primeval Titan. Fully Emp, thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Just keeping me around. I mean, Timely's good because it blocks for them. Yeah, modern cards I own format is a good summary of Modern. It's generally modern and Legacy, and that's why like when new cards impact these formats so much, there's often so much pushback because Modern is largely people looking to just play with cards that they love playing. They're not really strictly looking to be as competitive as possible. I'm going to soft stub the second Frantic inventory here because it would draw 2 cards. Hey, that's neat set. I'm going to soft stub here and hold the dispute for later. The question is, do I try and high roll Liliana and hit a creature? I think the answer is no. They like go land, like Celestial Purge me or go land D-Sphere. I'm sad about it though. Yeah, probably should have gambled. Woulda got there. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, chat. And comments like, I haven't seen you play Modern since 2019, when I literally played Modern yesterday and last week and almost every week recently, reminds me that chat isn't in sub-only mode and that the quality of discourse when we're not in sub-only mode tends to be really low with low effort, factually wrong comments that are easily verifiable as wrong like that. That's the strangest thing on the internet to me. That's one thing I don't think I'll ever get used to being something of like a personality. Like the number of people that just like post low effort, easily verifiable as wrong stuff like that about me as a person. Like that wasn't even personal or rude, but like the number of people that post things that are easily verifiable as wrong that then get piled on with upvotes or likes or whatever the metric is on whatever social media site it is. It's just so weird to me. It really like plays into the whole Trumpism reality is whatever you choose it to be, right? That like exists in 2019. Like there's like what's actually happened and what you could verify as what's actually happened and what I choose to believe. Well, this is my shot to win this match, this game. Probably did. Guess we could draw another threat here. I should have gambled on my Liliana on turn 3. That definitely cost us. If we were up a card from that, we'd be in a much better spot. Hitting a threat here is very good. I guess I actually just want to like tap out my lands and keep extra things in my bin, huh? There's no reason to overdelve here. Yeah. To be fair, the Trump admin's really good at that. It's really good at creating issues or controversies and then solving the issues that they've created. And like, pretending like they deserve credit for undoing the crap decision they're the ones that made initially. Yeah, I don't think this matchup is easy, but I also don't think it's I also don't think it's like impossible. One of the reasons to play a deck like Shadow is because all of your matchups are winnable. Because you're a deck that just kills people sometimes. It's also worth talking about too, like, you know, like talking about like the Liliana decision. I elected to not make a percentage play and then got appropriately punished for not making the percentage play. So like I'd be up a threat right now if I had made a better choice. This is definitely a matchup where every threat matters. The blue-white control in general is a good reminder of the fact that, like, you just literally can't escape 2019, 2020 Magic anywhere, though, right? Like, if you look across basically every format in Magic, you're gonna find Teferi Time Ravelers and Narsets, and that's really what I'm looking forward to in the fall. Is I think there's a good, like, I'm gonna try and like limp through with Historic between now and rotation, but there's a good chance when rotation happens that the Magic portion of this stream focuses on Standard for a good while, just because like getting like I really just want to experience, and that's why we've banned Teferi from Saturday's event, right? Just like I just don't want like the type of Magic that those cards produce, those prison cards make, just really isn't enjoyable in my opinion. And that was the big thing about like, you know, Uro, Oko, 3 mana Teferi, Narset. Like, normally when things like that happen in Standard, you could like go to Modern or Pioneer or Legacy or whatever and escape them. But these cards were so pushed that they just radiated through every format in Magic, right? And it seems to be like every other format, like Standard, they eventually get to rotate out of, but every other format of Magic, it looks like they're just going to have to live with them. It feels like if they were going to get rid of them, they would have by now. Yeah, Ugin at 8 mana is like very reasonable when like it's not paired with Nissa. Big agree. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna take their pillage. Because I like my land. I really hope Zendikar is good. Big agree on Zendikar. Zendikar is probably gonna be like one of my last hurrahs as a content creator if things aren't good. At least as a Magic creator. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully they just like put some good aggressive cards in Zendikar. That would be really nice. I really hope we get a good set of aggro lands in Zendikar. Like whatever the dual lands are, better be better in aggressive decks than mid-range control and ramp. Like please, please, please. Alright. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yep. See what they've been here. Okay, dead to Battle Rage. Dead to Fatal Push. Not quite dead to that, but close. Let's just put them to 4 here. Yeah, I guess a Poon. I don't know. For me personally, like, it just kind of runs deeper than that. Because it's, again, it's not even about just, like, how... It's not even just about purely, like, how good or bad these cards are. Just, it's more so about, like, the types of gameplay patterns they produce. Like, it's like, I don't look at them and go, this is fun Magic for me. Yes, I shouldn't have cast the Fatal Push proactively. 1 Battle Rage, please. Royal Scions also does it. Alright, Push ain't bad. Get to keep on keeping on. Got a Stubborn Denial here so we don't die to a Stray Lightning Bolt. Put a 3rd lethal threat into play to see if they can continue treading water here or not. Don't play a 4/4 dragon for 5, please. Don't do it. Have a heart. No, no glory banger. Don't do it. Block. Yeah, I guess Apoon. I don't know. It could definitely be a little bit of recency bias, although I'm currently playing against Blood Moon. I personally would rather play against Blood Moon than play against Teferi, because at least, like, Blood Moon, you can occasionally fetch around and just ignore it. Blood Moon, you can occasionally get a bunch of things onto the board and not care about it, whereas, like, Teferi, once he comes down, he can invalidate things you already have in play, he can bounce the stuff you already have in play, he shuts off all your instants. I don't know. Just the fact that Teferi generates so much tempo. I think I'd rather play against Blood Moon than him on average. Am I just clicking submit here? Is Runeterra as good as the hype I've heard? It is. The core Runeterra gameplay is probably the best card game I've ever played, Johnny Boy. And they've paired it with the most beautiful digital card game I've ever tried, as well as the most consumer-friendly economy. Yeah, that's true too. Blood Moon requires some consideration on your side, because it's at least symmetrical. Yeah, I think I was gonna click submit here. None of these cards seem particularly good. Our game plan of things lightning bolts can't kill and disruption seems fine to start. This hand's great. I went into Runeterra primed to be lukewarm on the characters, and now I have a Jinx wallpaper. You know, it's funny. So, like, obviously Magic's a big part of my family's life because it's just, like, my job. But, like, Christy's, like, never had any desire to, like, touch Magic Arena. She, like, has Runeterra and plays Runeterra occasionally on her cell phone because of, like, the Poros and the IPs. Hey, Ice Boy, thanks for the sub gifties. Like, big agree that, like, the League of Legends IP is just top notch. Alright, our hand's quite excellent here. Had 2 pieces of disruption. Have a Thought Scour here. Puts us to 6 cards in the bin. Get to stick this big fish here now. What do I want to leave in my bin for a Snapcaster Mage later? Probably Fatal Push. Get to keep 1 card here and leave Stubborn Denial up. Please give me something I can Stubborn Denial. Thanks. Ooh, that does not count. So this counts as a creature while it's on the stack. Fetch land. Really, really unfortunate that I can't get Death Shadow down this turn. Cedris, the Entertainer King. Thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate you re-upping. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. feel like we've got a lot of our bases covered here. We have both Stubborn Denial and Dismember. Maybe I'm not even supposed to stub this. I guess I have 2 of them. Hello, girls.
Dad, did you know it's been a while since chat has been graced with my presence?
It's been a little bit since you've come down to visit, baby girl.
Dad, they want to see me, not you.
For people who are new, this is Haley. Haley is almost a month old.
She is a month old yesterday.
Month old yesterday. Dad knows how old you are. It's all Blur's days, baby girl.
Dad probably just doesn't
It's all Blur's days. Yes. Yes.
It is still Haley, yeah.
Here's Big Haley. Hello. With your unicorn onesie. Yes. You are wonderful. Yes, you are.
Chat's gonna call me out on not having the emote for her yet. I already know.
I missed her 112th birthday. Sorry, baby girl. I'll do better next time.
See, I was right. They called me out already.
We need a baby Haley emote, huh?
Are you winning?
We are winning. We're gonna win the match, I think, baby girl. He says before his opponent plays the Seasoned Pyromancer. Do we still kill them next turn? We could still kill them next turn, right? So they're going to make a token here. I have double Dismember. We need them to not draw a 1-drop blocker. So you do not have an elf here. So we'll go Dismember this. Shock, Dismember, Battle Rage.
She's just looking.
Oh, I do also just get to Battle Rage over this, right? So that's fine.
She's just looking at you.
You like your dad? He likes you too. Despite all the rage, it is still just a fish in a cage. But someone will save what is lost can never be saved.
Did you win?
We did. We're 2-2, baby girl.
I wasn't watching.
2-2. Playing that burrito match. You're a burrito baby sometimes. Are you a burrito baby? Yeah.
She just loves watching you.
Can I keep this? Like, it doesn't have a threat, but, like, it can play a shadow very quickly if it draws it, and it can play a fish very quickly if it draws it. I feel like this is in the range of hand sex keep.
Get him.
Yeah. Love you, girls. Be good for your mama.
See you later, Dad.
Yeah, we're on the draw too. So like we've got what, we've got 2 draw steps and 2 redraws. Yikes. Yikes. It is Storm. Look at that. Feels Magic the Gathering Man. Should add a land so you draw less of them. Something like that. I think 5, 6, 7 ways to kill their creatures is probably enough. Think this is a dispute/stroke matchup. I mean, our main deck feels pretty well set up here. I don't think this is good enough for goblins. I think I'd rather just stop them before they get there. We have a release date for Amonkhet Remastered. Okay. There's the threat we were missing from the last hand. Does Surgical do anything against Storm? Not really. Sometimes you can catch them with their pants down, but generally speaking, they're wishing for a bunch of instant speed stuff, and they get priority after their Gift Sun given resolves. So you don't really have a window to like Surgical Past and Flames before they can cast it. I think events that let players access any card are neat. Those are definitely a net positive for the game and the client. Hopefully we see more things like that. All right, what you got? Wow, that's really good against us, huh? Let's get rid of that one. The one that gives me a bunch of life. Let's not and say we did. I don't think we can die next turn. Because they need like a Manamorphose. They need like Manamorphose and a threat, I think. If I understand their deck correctly. Which I might not, to be fair. Got 10 power in play here and a Stubborn Denial in hand. Things are looking good for the home team. So, Fetch Land is lethal. Temur Battle Rage is lethal. Opponent just concedes. Snapcaster Thoughtseize, not exactly lethal, but was going to take their gifts, so probably good enough. Yeah, I think I'm happy with how he boarded. Let's run it back. Conceding, definitely lethal. Easy mulligan here with 5 lands and a mystery card. This hand is fine. Yeah, we could do a state of the game watch/read together after this. Island entered the revealed card zone. What if we didn't? Fetch Shock, grab Watery Grave. It's a good pickup. Helps us with both our threats here. We're gonna get turn 2 goblins. Only 6. It's not too big of a deal. So we have 2 lands in their hand. I'm going to play this. Full Metal Adept, thanks to the 35 months. This lets me leave a Thought Scour in my bin. I did not board in Plague Engineer. The bolt's actually pretty scary. Does the bolt kill me? They do 5, then 4. Not quite. Bolt's not quite lethal. Was that a good draw? What do we think of that? Opponent checking out their options. Last card. Opponent bottomed. You love to see it. Perfect. Let's work with perfect information. Okay, if they don't block both of these, we cycle the Street Wraith and kill them. Or if they... So dead to a bolt here. I think that's fine. Gotta try and end the game. Hey, thanks for the Prime support, Nightstar. I appreciate the 28 months. Welcome back. I arrive as soon as you peeled the second Death Shadow. I have a god. God bless. Appreciate you, Maddie. Yeah, I just don't have good attacks here. I mean, they were always into Battle Rage, right? Maybe I'm supposed to attack with the fish here. Because the fish means I have them dead in an extra turn. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to attack with the fish there too. Am I supposed to cycle this and play the other fish? Maybe that's the line. Yeah, I might be too conservative here. I think I'm supposed to leave myself dead to a bolt. Slash Pass in Flames. It's a redraw. This can tell me if there's something that kills them on top of my deck. We are still dead to Past in Flames at this point. They have enough stuff in their bin. Yeah, I should have attacked with this last turn. If I would have attacked with this last turn, they'd be dead right now. I think I should have been more aggressive, attacked with that last turn and played this last turn. See if we get punished or not. Incendium! The answers to the ultimate question in life, the universe, and everything. Thank you for the 42 months. And Alika, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back, folks. Okay, now they need land, untapped land Past in Flames. Opponent topped. That's terrifying. So they found the Past in Flames. They found Past in Flames. Shouldn't have punted, chat. Shouldn't have punted. Getting my shillings bumped for the month. Thanks for the biddies, Beansy. Battle Rage, please. Battle Rage, please. Battle Rage, please. Yep. All right. If I play better, we win the third one. Mistakes happen. Should have been more aggressive. I was so concerned with not dying to another bolt that I left myself dead to. I was so concerned with dying to another bolt that I gave them 2 extra draw steps there to find their out, and they were able to cantrip into their out. This archetype's fine. I think this is one of the examples of like this deck's kind of like picture perfect everything you want to be doing in Modern. It has a little bit of disruption. It has nut draws that kill people on the 3rd turn of the game thanks to Temur Battle Rage. Yeah, it's about like been around in Modern for a long time and is basically everything you want to do. So for the Lolo, only lost $5 playing Modern. Not bad for a day of online gambling. Let's take a peek at the state of the game, huh?